Hey guys, it's Dylan Wills here with MotoOnline.com.au. We're out at City MX Park in Melbourne, testing the 2024 Kawasaki KX450. So off the bat, this bike it's really noticeable with the touches. At the start, we felt like we were a little bit, steep in the front end. We made some changes to the geometry, raked the bike out a little bit, and now it's extremely stable. It still really has that Kawasaki characteristic to it, which I've actually always really enjoyed. Like, it still has that DNA. The bike as a whole, you hear things about, it not necessarily having maybe as much power. I don't know if it's just the track that we're riding here today, but I really couldn't notice it. To me, the power was smooth, really rideable. The delivery off the bottom was, exactly how you would want it on a 450. Sometimes people get carried away with wanting that bark off the bottom, but I felt like this was extremely rideable. So yeah, I'm a really big fan of that. So we made a change with the fork-height, as I said before. At first it was a little bit, probably deep in the front end and unpredictable. So we made a change with the fork-height, raked it out a little bit, got it a little bit lower in the rear, and then just that predictability into the turns was so much more noticeable. You could really ride into a turn and put the bike exactly where you wanted to. For 2024, they've got a map switch located on the handlebars. Essentially, it's more of a doughy map and more of a racer's kind of map, a power map. For me, the doughy map, I can see where it would be usable for your weekend, more social type of riders, but for me, the power map is something that I still feel like I need and not some, I wouldn't really change. I think, like I said, it's definitely got its spot for certain riders, but it's not for me. The rider triangle on this bike is really good. Like the handlebars to where you sit on the seat to where your foot pegs are, everything is really, really nice. It's a really nice bike just to ride. And then as you start to pick the pace up, you really find that you've got a lot of room to move around and you can really work on your technique. So for me, the bike as a whole, as a starting point, I think is great. So for me, I've always been a fan of a bit of a flatter seat, and this year we've got a flatter seat and a little bit more slimmer ergos. That's a massive plus for me. I've always had problems where, you'll slide back on the seat exiting turns and stuff like that. Not this year. I think they've really, hit the nail on the head with the bike and the ergos. As I said, it's between your legs. It's really, really easy to maneuver, easy to switch direction. So yeah, big fan. In addition to the map switch, they have a traction control on the handlebar as well. It essentially has 3 options, so no traction control, a half option, and then a full option. Same for me with the map switch. It's not really something that I'm looking for and something that I would use, but I can see where it has its place. Among the riders here, we've all had the same opinion that, there's a few turns here where there's a lot of traction and then you'll go to like a hard pack up ramp, and that transition there is really nice. But for me, not a massive fan of how much power it drags out of the bike in that situation. For 2024, they also have the adjustable engine mount option. Now, it's not something, unfortunately, we didn't have the chance to run that today. But for me, that in itself is a really big selling point, because I think, for riders who are tall, short, whatever, everyone rides the bike a different way. So for me, that's a really important part, is having that adjustability and being able to set the bike up to suit different styles of riders. So as I said earlier, I've always been a really big fan of, just the Kawasaki DNA. I've had a chance to ride the bikes over the years quite a bit. I think for what they've done for this bike and how much adjustability they do have, and in stock trim, they're just so good. Every rider here is different today, and we've all agreed that I might be faster than someone else and he might be faster than someone else, but we're all finding a comfort zone on the bike, and I think that's a testament to Kawasaki's adjustability and just range to change different things. My general thought on the bike is that it's awesome. It's a bike that I would love to spend a little bit more time on. I think with what we've done today and the minor changes that we've made, with how much progress we've seen, I think it would be cool to see really what you could do with more time on this bike. But yeah, we've had an awesome day out here on the KX450, so it's a massive thank you to everyone at City MX Park and Kawasaki Australia for having us. Make sure you keep an eye out on MotoOnline.com.au for the full tested review that's coming soon.